Welcome back. I wanted to share this with you. I came home one day, was checking the mail, and there's this big package in there. And of course, I had some packages delivered. So, and my honey is standing in the kitchen with me, and he goes, "Ooh, that's mine." And he's like, I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And he's like, "Oh, you're just going to have to find out." And he's looking at me all sheepishly and smiling really big. And he goes, "Okay, go ahead and open it." He couldn't help himself. This was supposed to be a Mother's Day gift. Of course, it still is a Mother's Day gift. Excuse me. But he's just so cute. I love him so much. So Bob goes, "Here you go. Open it up." And I open it up, and there's this lovely leather purse. But it's not really a purse. It's a bag. It's a tote. And it has this nice... if I want a bigger, but I carry bags everywhere because I'm taking the kids places. It's like he wanted something special for just my tarot, because that bag has tarot in it. It has everything. I'm usually ready with at least tarot and oracle, and there's always some salt and oil in there and stuff. But and it has my name on it. And then he, because I was just fawning over it, and that made him happy, because he was like, "Oh, I did good." I'm like, "Well, yeah, you did good. You did awesome." And then he wrote on my little board I have in the bedroom, like we can leave each other messages. He goes, "Have a wonderful day, my wonderful witch," or something like that. I was just like, "Aw." Anyway, I had to gush about that for a moment, but that's not what I'm here for today. But I just had to share that with you. So I am here today because I'm taking a break from spring cleaning. That video is coming. If that airs first and then you see this second. Either way, it's all in the mix. I have received a few decks, and I am still... oh, excuse me. I need to drink my coffee. Sip, sip. I have received a couple decks that I want to go through. So the first one that I am going to go through today is the Dreadful Oracle. I am so excited to get this. I'm so happy. And since, I have been, I've already done 2 walkthroughs of my sister's, and I did just get the Gothic Tale. So I'll be going through this one next, but not today. I'm probably going to use it in the pairing, though, because, hello. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Those two go good together. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into this. The Dreadful Oracle is by Eerie's Witchcraft. Cortney is her name, and if you have not been to her channel, I hope that you go to it. She has a lot of knowledge there, a lot of wisdom, and one of the realest people that I know. You know what I mean? She wears her heart on her sleeve. I adore Cortney, and believe me when I tell you, she is a wonderful artist. The Dreadful Oracle is AI. She used AI to help generate these images, but I'm going to tell you that you're not going to be able to create the same images she did, because she also put her personal touch on it, okay? Let's just say she chose people close to her to help generate these images. What does that say? There was thought that went into these, and they are beautiful, just like she is. This is the linen, and you can tell, like, it's got, looks like it's woven. I really, since my sister has turned me on to this particular cardstock, I haven't really, don't get me wrong, I love pretty much anything else too, but I do prefer this. and pretty much for all the reasons she has said it. So if I have the linen option, that's what I want to get, you know. Yeah, I love it. So this is the Dreadful Oracle. These are the backs. Look at that. They're gorgeous. I love it. It's just perfect. It's perfect. You can also go to Cortney's website or YouTube, and she does have a video series where she talks about each card. And I would definitely suggest that because, yes, you can use these without a guidebook. It has a keyword and then, of course, the title of the card. That, you know, like, I've already watched it and I don't have it retained. I don't have it memorized. But, of course, I have a little bit of an understanding of each card. But even if you don't, I mean, these cards are great. Honestly, you'll see as I walk through these. So, Forbidden Lovers, Desire. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Monster, Remember Your Heart. Yeah. Wow. The Witch, Spiritual Shifts. We see that, don't we? Yes. Wow. I love that. Sanctuary, Safety, and Support. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and even though these are AI generated and people kind of get flack, my opinion is that even when photography first came into existence, you know, people were threatened by that. My sister and I were talking about it the other day, and look at how grateful we are for something like that. You know, AI has many uses, and the fact that it helps us, or something like this, to me, it's a medium. I just wanted to interject that because people that know Cortney or have been with her channel for a while, they know that she is an artist through and through, and a professional one. Okay? And not that I don't understand what's going on with that, but that's for another conversation. I just think it's unfortunate that someone would... that's what you see in these cards, is that they're AI. And I'm not just talking about these cards. I'm talking about anyone that is using the AI technology to help create art. It's a medium. And I'm an artist. I'm a professional artist myself. Mine is, of course, it's in music. But, I mean, you know, I feel the same way with that. You know, musicians have had their bout with things like that, you know, especially if you talk to somebody about, you know, different types of music and how processed it is. Yeah, someone might have something to say about that too. So I choose to stay progressive, and I cannot deny the beauty in these cards. The Legacy, Honoring Death. Sorry, I just had to put that in there. If you know me, you know I just had to share my opinion. But hopefully it was just that. The Legacy, Honoring Death. Yeah. The Horseman, Running. Yeah. The Great Beast, Impulse. I identify. The Basement, Hidden Emotions. Yes. Don't leave them in there too long. The Count, Lust. Yep. Handsome fella too, right? Haunted Carousel, Patterns. See, Cortney, you are brilliant. Yes. The Healer, Caregiving. Yep. Jekyll and Hyde, Know Thyself. Oh, yes. The Omen, Warning. Wow, yeah. The Magistrate, Justice. Yep. Blind Maiden, Change, Perspective. Yeah. Yeah. consider food for thought, you know? Yeah. Dorian Gray, Vanity. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. London Bridge, Fate. Wow. Yeah. Phantom of the Opera, Hiding Away. Wow, we do wear those masks, don't we? Wow. Seance, Looking Beyond. Oh, wow. I feel that. I need to take a sip of my coffee real quick before it gets cold. Oh, yes. Pockets of posies. Weakness. Yeah. We all fall down, don't we? Spring-heeled Jack. Corrupted Peace. Wow. Yeah, these are, yeah. I mean, when you think outside the box, these are like mind-blowing. If you want something aesthetically beautiful, these are mind-blowing. I mean, these are, I'm so grateful that I decided to purchase these because obviously the Demon Barber, Vengeance. Yeah. The Dead Husband, Spirit Alliance. Yeah. Wow. Fountain of Tears, Wishes. She did so well. The Countess, Illusions. I mean, thought-provoking. Keyword, the title, the image. It speaks to your soul, in my opinion. In my opinion, this speaks to my soul. Mysterious Lady, Identity. Yeah. Who can truly define themselves? We've had this talk recently too. Who can? I can't. In one word? Nope. And no one else can either. The Ripper, Hatred. Especially for what we don't understand. Hellish Familiars, Hysteria. Wow. What a beautiful card. Yeah. The Orphan, Abandonment. That's a shadow wound, for real. Incubus, Temptation. Wow. Gargoyle, Coldness. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. The Widow, Grief. Yeah. Sacred Ground, Tradition. Yeah. Yep. The Haunted Steed, Fearing the Journey. Absolutely. The Keeper, You Have the Knowledge. Yes. Yes. Van Helsing, Creating Balance. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. The Martyr, Judgmental. Oh yeah. Been there. Weeping Lady, Hopes and Dreams. Yeah. Yep. Bloom, the Bloom, Flourishing. Wow. Yeah. Even no matter where we are. Yeah. Absolutely. That's beautiful. The Threshold, Choices. Wow. Always. Always. The Warrior, Bravery. Yes. The Scorned Woman, Trust Issues. Oh, yeah. Yeah. City of Sin, Worldview. Yeah. Whoa. The Tour. Discovery. Yeah. The Holy Men. Good Intentions. Yes. Fae Folk. Oh my goodness. Look at her. Deception. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. The Dolly. Loneliness. Yep. Wow. And the Beggar. Generosity. All right. How about some pairings? Well, before we get into that, shuffle. One of the reasons why I truly love the having the linen option. Look at that. My sister's been working with me there too. Yeah. Yes. Very grateful for you, sis, for showing me your little tricks there. Oh, yeah. And it shuffles perfectly. Oh, you know, I put the title card in there. You know, if you know, you know. Yes. Still true to myself, right? No hiding anything here. All right, let's get into some pairing. Okay, so you know I had to do it, and there's a walkthrough going to be coming up with this one too. A Gothic Tale Tarot Deck by Amethyst Ascension. I actually got these two at the same time. I purchased them at the same time because I just feel like these ladies were thinking of each other. They're very close, and wow, it shows how connected we are, I think, you know. So we got the Blind Maiden, Change Perspective, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, change your perspective because, you know, I mean, you may not know, but slow and steady wins the race, and putting that hard work in there, changing perspective is not a failure. It's moving away from something that may not be serving anymore. And there's still lots of potential in that. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. I did shuffle these. Ooh, a message. The Magistrate, Justice, and the Sun. Ooh, yes. It's like being informed is also a form of, you know, justice in my opinion. It's like, you know, the message of whatever it is, whether, you know, something that has to do with you know, work or our home or something like that. And that's how I see the knights. Obviously, I think of the knights as the messengers because of the horse, and it's fast moving. It's, you know, that forward thinking. And then the sun, to me, is all about enlightenment, that sometimes it's good to know these things in order to make a fair decision on something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's excellent. And don't these look beautiful together? Two of Wands, Spirit Alliance, and the Moon. Ooh, yeah. I mean, hello, that's seance time if you want help with a decision, right? Because you got something that needs to be you know, needs to come out maybe, or you need to shine some light on it. You got a little bit of shadow work. Always, sometimes it's good to, you know, talk to our Spirit Alliance for something like that, you know. We're always on the precipice of a choice, you know, choice in everything. And sometimes it's not just our friends that we can turn to. That's, ooh, I love that. Well, you know what I mean. Physical friends. The Omen, warning. Nine of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles. Ooh, wow, that says a lot. To me, that's very much about, we're capable of so many things, ourselves, of doing stuff to create our own abundance, our own security. And, everything looks beautiful, everything's great, but there's always, there's always something that we need to be mindful of, right? Because we don't want to be, we don't want to get, how do I want to say? There's things that we can be prepared for. I guess that's really it. And if something does happen, pay attention, pay attention. All right, one more. Know thyself. Ooh, yes. And Eight of Pentacles and the Hanged. Wow. God, these are really powerful together. Yes. Absolutely. Man, that's a message just for me. That, yes. I find myself here a lot. Yeah. And it's stuff I do to myself. But knowing myself and knowing these things, and knowing, what it is, what those, outside things would, yeah, anyway, that message was for me. Okay, so let's look at some other pairings. All right. I did pick The Haunted House by Sasha Graham. Yeah. Already. 2 sixes. The scorned woman, trust issues. And sometimes it does come from our past that we have those trust issues. Actually, sometimes is not the right word. It pretty much always does. And then 6 of Wands, celebrate every, celebrate the good things. Don't, this is just saying that, yes, understand. To me, this is what it's saying. Understand that, there are things that are going to come up in your relationships. But celebrate the good things. Granted, she's she looks victorious to me there. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Coldness. 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, wow. So you deny yourself so many things when you approach things from this point of view, when you don't let things go, when this is the opportunity that you have to take all those lessons and apply them with, love instead of here. This is your opportunity. This is what's waiting for you. It's like, let go of that. Wow, these go great together too. Wow, even aesthetically, I love it. Ooh, impulse. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Okay, so we want to do everything. We just want to do everything sometimes. And we just need to be careful of that sometimes. I think it just means, make sure that we're mindful of our needs. You know what I mean? Whew. Yeah, that's what that says to me. Okay, that is the Queen, right? Isn't that the Queen? Am I looking at that right? The Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's the Queen of Swords. Holy men, good intentions. And the Knight of Cups. Wow. Oh, that says so much to me too. We do and say things like to maybe guide another person, or we think that we have all the answers, and they're coming from a place of good intentions, but we might come off as judgy, or maybe, yep, I'm gonna do one more. Oh, okay, so this is the Emperor. Sometimes I have to remember. Ooh, wow. Oh, so a lot of masculine energy here. You know, why are we doing this? And are we doing that? What are we doing at our own detriment? We don't have to do things by ourselves. You know, we don't have to be the you know, you like my anyway. We can reach out sometimes. We don't always have to do these things by ourselves. Yeah, another message just for myself here. Okay, that was an excellent pairing. Let's try one more. All right, now I deliberately chose this one. I actually had a couple more that I think would pair perfectly. Like my Corrupted Tarot, you know, I love that one. It's dark. And the Supernatural I thought would go really good with it. But I picked this one on purpose because I was thinking about putting it on the chopping block. But it is one of those darker decks. And this is actually one that I don't really have another oracle like this. And now I'm rethinking about the Myths and Legends tarot. I think these go great together. And even aesthetically, they're beautiful. And yeah, this one was going to be on the chopping block because by itself, I don't know, I wasn't really connecting with it. But I have rethought that. Let's look at this one, shall we? So we got the Countess Illusions with the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. Oh my gosh. Wow. This card for me isn't just about a crossroads as much as it is, you know, it's stilling the chaos, you know what I mean? To be able to see beyond the illusion and make a choice. It takes utmost, almost like a using your other senses, you know what I mean? Using your other senses to look beyond this matrix or whatever to see the truth. You're at the crossroads because of all these illusions and stuff. So this is saying, you know, to see past it, you really got to look inside yourself. That's powerful. Wow. Ooh. Wow. Oh, patterns. Oh my gosh. And the Three of Swords. And the Moon. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, we have to look within. We have to look within because sometimes when we find ourselves heartbroken or betrayed or whatever, it's most times it's us. So we have to look within and understand our own patterns. This is shadow work, my friends. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be doing some readings with this together too. Yes. Really excited. Oh my goodness. So excited. Yeah, this one was going to go bye-bye. And this, anyway, I don't want to repeat myself. The Four of Swords. You know, I did shuffle those. I will tell you this, they do kind of stick together a little bit because I haven't used it that much. Maybe I need to soap these. I saw that. So soap these and shuffle better. Lust, Four of Swords, and the Devil. Whoa. That's a big one too. It's like we need to rest sometimes. We need to take that rest from whatever, because if we're still in a state of like, you know, especially coming from heartache, it's like, oh, how do we get over that? You've heard that saying. Well, at least I have. To get over one thing, you need to get under another. Oh my gosh, did I just say that publicly? Anyway, yeah, you know, you don't want to fall into those types of, you know, self-manipulation or even someone else saying, yeah, just get over. No. Okay. Woo-wee. Yeah. Yeah. See, these didn't shuffle very well, but you know what? It's the message, right? So we got the Five of Swords, discovery, and death. Yeah. You know, when we let go, when we take what it is that is serving, you know what I mean, and leave the rest behind, and it's a thought process, right? And discovering that there is more, letting go of that and understanding that what's on the other side might be better. So the transformation is worth it. You know, discovering these things. It's all about the experience. All right, one more. One more. Ooh, looking beyond. And the Six of Swords. Yeah. Well, we'll read this upright. And the Queen of Wands. Look, the Queen of Wands. There's Hecate on there. Or Hecate. Very much magical being. That's, you know, at our core, that's who we are, right? Very magical. And when we think about magic, magic empowers us. We can look beyond any illusion and move away from what isn't serving, you know? Wow. Let me know what your favorite pairing was, because I think they all paired perfectly. You know, I love my sister's deck, obviously, and that's why I purchased them. I'm obviously going to be doing stuff with those. But I loved all the pairings. I mean, yeah. There's no right or wrong answers here. Let me know what you think, and put your comments down before, or down in the yeah, just put your comment. Let me know. And what do you think of this beautiful oracle deck? You know, there's one thing that I think about when, you know, we just had this discussion too about people dismissing something they don't understand and giving it a label just because that's what works for them, you know, especially when it comes to how we feel about other people's practices, right? We just want to label it. This deck may be dark, but love and light to me comes from here. You don't have one without the other. It's just that when you have gone through things, and I'm sure I'm not just speaking for myself here, when you have faced the dark, you choose to dwell where you dwell. Only you know where that is. You know what I mean? And if it comes off as just love and light to someone else, to me it just means they're probably not digging deep enough and understanding where that comes from, because I know that I choose the face that I present to you. Not always did I. And sometimes I fall back into that where I'm not being mindful of the face that I'm presenting to you, but most times I choose. So if that's how you see me, well, it's fine too, but it's still an assumption, right? Love and light is to me, it's not just love and light, baby. It's everything in between and everything that was before. And that's just where I am and what I choose to share with you. So for that, I'm so grateful that you were here with me and entertained my thoughts while looking at this beautiful oracle. And I don't want to ramble too much. So I love you and I'm grateful for you. And I will see you in the next one. I hope everybody has a blessed day.